Welcome one and all to this 13th episode of D&D with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And today we are going to work on our little fella. Look at him, Hans. Now, unfortunately his mustache is broken and his eyes are broken too, and we're not really sure why they don't work, but we're going to use this as an opportunity to make the mustache and the eyes completely separate from Hans. So we'll worry about that soon enough. Not just yet. For now, let's see where we're at. So I've got a controller right here. Let's move little Hans around. Okay, so he's idling there, and then he starts moving and he keeps on idling, right? So that's an easy fix. We can begin by take a look at our animator here. And let's see, the first thing here says walk, and it's got Hans walk. So that's a bit odd, because it should be Hans idle. So I'm putting Hans idle there, and I'm wondering if the animations are swapped. Yes, they're swapped. So Hans idle is actually
Hans walk.
Hans walk and vice versa. So let's go take a look. Models, Hans. Let's look at Blender. Maybe Blender will give us some answers. So Hans walk. Yep. And Hans idle. Yep, so I got them right upside down, backwards. Okay, so type walk here and add a letter, something like K or something. Walk. Hit enter. And now Hans walk, rename this one to Hans idle. Hit enter.
Why do you put the kk?
So that they are different, so it works. And now we can rename it. Okay, so there's Hans walk, so give this a save. Okay, and now we're gonna go back to Unity, and now it should go like, okay, stuff. And let's see Hans walk, and there he is walking. And Hans idle is doing that. So now we can actually, we're gonna stay on idle, and we're gonna call this one idle. So type idle. Yeah. Now let's see if this is working as it should. There, we're idling, right? Awesome. So what we're going to need here is we're going to need grounded locomotion. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to move using certain things. We're also going to need to know whether we need to move left or whether we need to move right.
Okay.
So there's quite a few questions that we've got here. Okay? All right, so let's create a blend tree in the state. Okay? Moment, I think the microphone is kind of falling a bit. There we go. That should be better. Okay. So now this thing can be clicked in like this. See? And it's got a blend tree called idle. Now we're going to rename the blend tree to grounded locomotion. Grounded locomotion. That's good. And now I think we should create a blend tree inside our blend tree, but I don't remember how to do that. So this thing is called blend. Rename this one to movement speed. So the movement speed will then decide which animation to play, right? So let's add 2 animations. We can do a blend tree as well. We're going to do 2 blend trees. Okay, so we're going to do blend trees of blend trees. It's kind of complicated. Okay.
Okay.
And you see both of them have movement here.
Yeah.
We're going to add 2 more floats. No, 1 more float, my bad. Which is going to be moving left or moving right. Okay, so here you want to type moving left. Move the movement direction. There, type it like that. Movement direction. Perfect. All right. So these guys, right, will be controlled by movement direction. Okay, and this guy will be controlled by movement speed. So movement, I can't tell what this is. So let's click on this blend tree. It only uses movement speed. All right, that's perfect. So this blend tree, let's rename it. And this is going to be idle. Okay, I don't know what D means. 2D simple directional. Huh. I wonder if there's other options. For now, we're going to go simple. And this one we're going to name walk. Okay. So now the movement direction should lead us to... So 0 is down here. Oh, that's wrong. And 1 is up there. No, okay, wait. I think that the gray one is the grayed out one. So now we're in idle. And now, see, this is going blue. We're going to walk. What about this? Aha. So this allows us to control whether we're going left or right. Okay. So let's see here. In this one, we're going to add 2 motions. For now, we only have 1, but let's add 2 anyway. And we're going to be 2 of the same. This movement direction, and we're going to say idle and idle again. So these are both idles, right? But normally, we would have one idle to the right and one idle to the left. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Will we make one of them?
Yep. And here in walk, we're also going to add another motion field and another motion field. And again, this one's going to be walk.
And walk.
And walk, right? But we're going to need right and left for these guys. So how does this work? Look here. If we change this, you see we go from blue to this other blue. So we go from there to there. And you see that these all remain dark gray. That's because the main movement here isn't changing. But if we change it, see how this part goes light and this one goes gray?
Mm-hmm.
So if the movement speed is at 0, we idle. If it's at 1, we walk. In between, it's gonna blend. What blend means is it's gonna create some kind of animation in between. It's kind of interesting. Okay? And this guy instead chooses the direction. We're not gonna use this as blending tool. We're gonna go 0 or 1, 0 or 1, or is like this, right? And we're gonna do this to go left or right or left or right. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've set this up. So give it a save. All right. So now before we do this, let's go and create those animations. So let's take a look at our animations. The way we look at the animations is basically this is the front, but what we're interested in is this side. Okay? We are seeing the little character's face. That's what matters to us. So this is when he runs. We can see his face. Okay? Okay. Now if we go to idle, this is when he idles. We can still see his face. All right?
I think you should smile while he idles anyway.
Yeah, but remember that the smile doesn't work, so I'm not going to waste
yeah.
any time doing that. Okay? So now what we are going to do is we're going to create the same idle animation, just the other way around. Okay? So we're going to rename this one to idle_R. That's for right. Hit enter. And this one we're going to call HansWalk_R. Hit enter. So now let's do walk because it's a bit harder. So we start from the harder one. We're going to hit the plus button and we're going to rename this one L. And hit F. Now it exists as an animation, right? So what we're going to do now is we need to figure out a way to just turn him around all the way to the... No, what we need to turn around is basically his X position. So we need to reflect him on the other side. Okay? So this is not going to be quite as easy as you may think. So let's see here. You see here we got the spine, and there's spine and thigh and foot. These things we're going to have to reverse. So let's begin from here. So press A to select all. Again, Control C, Control V, flipped on X-axis. Type I, lock rod scale. No, I, lock rod scale. Okay, now it's working okay. So now he's staring on the opposite side. Now let's look at this. Now this, it's only moving this thigh. What I think we should do, yeah, is just select those. So let's see if this is gonna work because it may not. Hold shift. Okay, I got the foot, I got the thigh, and I need the spine, I think. No, wrong one. Okay, this should do. Copy, Control C, Control V, and we go flipped on X-axis. So it kinda worked, but not really. Anyway, so let's select the spine, hold shift, and go I, lock rod scale. Okay, now this may be a bit different. Yeah, so now the problem is while it has flipped and we have stuff on the right and left thigh, we need to remove the left thigh. So hold shift here, release, press delete, hit enter. All right, so now it should be a bit better. So the problem is now his head is going to turn again. So let's take a look at the shoulders here. So we need all of the shoulders and the upper arms and the spine. All right, so let's grab the spine, hold shift, shoulder and upper arms. Oops. Hold shift again. Keep holding it. Okay, release. Now press Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste, and we're going to flip it. And we're going to say I lock rod scale. Okay. Now this one has all of them, so you can just press A twice, A, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, I lock rod scale. Oh, my bad. Not I. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, flipped on x-axis, I lock rod scale.
Whoa.
You pressed 8, which is a different layer. Hold
Sorry.
shift. Okay, go I lock rod scale. Okay, done. So let's see how this looks like so far. Okay, so something is a bit wrong with the leg, as we can see. It's sort of flipping, but I think the problem is here. So now we need to hold shift, Control C, Control V, flip the x-axis, stop, shift, hold it, I lock rod scale. And now what we need to do is we need to delete the right thigh. So hold shift, okay, release, hit delete, hit enter. Okay, so now that's gone. Look at him in his stride. Okay, hold shift, in the spine, okay, Control C, Control V, I lock rod scale. Okay, that's done. Next, AA, Control C, Control V, flip the next axis, I lock rod scale. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now here, let's see. Okay, so here we should have one of the legs sort of moving, and it's the wrong one. Okay, so we're gonna take this, hold shift, Control C, Control V, release. Now hold shift, I lock rod scale. Okay, and now we need to delete which thigh and the foot, the other one, the left one. So hold shift, delete, enter. Okay, next frame, we need the shoulders. Hold shift. This is a bit slow and laborious, but it's okay. Hold Control C, Control V, flip the next axis, I lock rod scale. Okay, that's good. Now, here we can press AA, Control C, Control V, flipped on x-axis, I lock rod scale. Perfect. Now this one is just this foot, so hold shift, Control C, Control V, flipped on x-axis, hold shift, I lock rod scale. Now we need to remove the right one, so hold shift, oh, delete, hit enter. Okay, second to last frame, hold shift, Control C, Control V, flipped on x-axis, I lock rod scale. Almost there, AA, Control C, Control V, flipped on x-axis, I lock rod scale.
Done.
Let's see. There we go. He's now hopping on the opposite in the opposite direction. Anything weird? I don't think so. He's a funny fella, this Hans guy. Okay, so we are good now, and you can save now. Hit Control S and hit Enter. All right, now we need to reverse the idling animation. So first we create a code. This one's going to be a bit annoying because it's got a lot of pieces sort of randomly, but then again it's not that bad because a lot of pieces kind of don't move. Actually, let's fix this one. Hold shift, hit delete, hit enter. Those frames don't do anything. Save. Okay, now we're gonna duplicate it. Rename this one to capital L. Hit enter. F. All right. So what we need to do now is we need to flip it, right? So hit Control C, Control V, flip on x-axis, I lock root scale. Okay. Control C, Control V, I lock root scale. Okay. So the problem is that now all of these may move slightly differently. Let's see how it feels like. Okay, so just the head. We need to do something with the head because the head is shifting too much. I think at the neck. There it is. Okay, so go Control C, Control V. I lock root scale. No, that may help. Look at him idling.
And now that's done.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's not perfect. I think I prefer the other version, but it's fine. I think it's all right, generally speaking. Okay, so stop this, hit Control S to save. All right, awesome. So now we've got all of this done. Now let's go back here, and now we have all of these animations. We need to go to our model, Hans, and take a look. You see we lost everything, right? That's okay, it's no big deal. So here we've got these animations. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select import animations, then import animations again, or apply without import. And then I'm going to import them and say apply again. So it's going to cry a little now, but it's no big deal. Now you'll see that, oh, poo-poo. That's okay. We're just going to do them manually then. Walk R, walk L, idle R. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do.
Idle L.
Idle L. Okay, so now this should all loop, this should all loop, this should all loop, and this should all loop. Apply. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So now we have all of this. Let's see. So this one is walk right. This one is walk left. See? All he's doing is holding his head turned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. So now we can stop the code and right here and we can change the motion. So these are the idles, right? So we're gonna say idle L is 0 and idle R is 1. And this one is gonna be walk L and walk R. Now watch this. Watch how the blending works. So here he's walking, right? Right. So the problem here is that the steps are reversed, but we need to do this and it'll just work, right?
Mm.
So that's good. Now let's look at how we blend between idle and move. Huh, that's strange. It's not working. I don't understand. Oh, because I think I was looking, yeah, I was just clicking on the wrong thing. So I think, let's see if we can do this. So here at idles, what if I change? No, it's not showing me. So maybe here. Okay, let's try this. Move, now, there. I couldn't walk.
Mm-hmm.
Idle, walk, idle, idle, etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at him, sort of starting to move. Okay, it's like he's dancing. Okay, sounds good. So this is sort of done. Now if we go back to the layer, to the initial layer, you'll see that this is grounded locomotion. That's really it. Okay, so cool. Now we can start working on the code a little bit, right? So we've got the animator here, transform local rotation based on CC face rotation, brilliant. And here we also need to change things. So this one is start face rotation. If CC facing rotation. This is in start. Okay. And I think in start we can just assume go animator dot set float So we start in what position? Idle or walk?
Idle.
So open a round bracket. Now you want to put a quote. Now I don't quite remember, so let's go take a look. It's called movement speed. So you type movement speed. And what's the speed? Quote?
It was 0.
Yeah, so comma, 0, F. Close round, semicolon. Save. Now we're going to do another one, exactly the same. So copy this, paste here, and this one's going to be movement direction. And what should we do? Should we randomize between left and right? Save. Should we randomize?
I think we should.
Okay. So because this is, he's facing you, right? So he will be looking a bit left or a bit right. This is literally the start. So yeah, so let's go to random.range. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, fix it. Just double click it, type range. Yeah, that works too. Okay, now open a round bracket. Go 0F, comma, 1F. Close round.
Oh wait, I forgot. I need to close.
Yeah, and this is kind of not going to work because we need an actual precise one. So let's remove the float, put an actual int. Now remember that the ints are exclusive, right? Top exclusive. So this is going to return a 1 or a 0. And here cast this as a float. Well, that's one way of doing it. Yeah, that should work. Okay. So
but it's useless.
Why?
Because look, it's dark.
It's not really useless. Yeah, this is the only time in which I don't actually believe Visual Studio, especially when you do divisions. I mean, in this case, it's not a division, but I don't like to use ints for floats. So I cast always, whenever I have to. Because this is random range int. Okay?
Okay.
You see, it can actually tell it's different than the one that we used before. That's why it's inclusive, exclusive, whereas the floats are inclusive and inclusive, both up and down. Okay, so now we need to find out wherever our character changes position, which I think comes from the character controller. So let's see, in update, walker, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So let's see it ourselves. So we got a facing rotation. If the answer is yes or no, whatever, then current facing rotation. Okay, so this piece of information, copy this, hit Control F to find, paste. There it is. Okay, see if current facing rotation is math, blah, 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 movement input X. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to manage that animator stuff based on our velocity and if we're grounded. So let's see, set up and alive, not just jumped, if grounded. Okay, right here, that's pretty good. So let's look. Okay, here's the end of grounded, and here's the end of all of the velocity being applied. So I think we should do it after here. So here we're gonna say if grounded, yeah, close it, open squidgy, yeah, save. Okay, and now here we need to check who it is. So go with switch, open round, cc dot character type, whatever, enemy type. That's it. Let's do that. And open a squiggly, hit enter twice, close, and let's start with case, space, tab, dot, and we're gonna go with none. That would be our protagonist. Colon, enter, break. Semicolon. Okay, save. Now, if we're right here, what are we going to do? We're going to apply all of our animations, right? So we're going to say animator dot set float. Okay, open around, and here what we're going to say is we're going to say quote, and it was called movement speed with a capital M. quote, comma,
Oops, that's a comma.
comma. Okay, so now we need to check the velocity. Now I don't remember what the maximum possible velocity is, but it should be somewhere here. So let's see. RB velocity.ix, sure, but what's the maximum velocity? Let's see. This is add force. This is all air movement. So ground, blah blah blah. No, this is for slowing down. CC movement times speed times fixed delta time. This is the thing that we are adding. That's fine. So what's the maximum? I guess it's, yeah, I guess it's exactly this. This is the maximum.
By the way, don't we need to change Hans's collider?
No, why?
Still a capsule.
It's fine. What collider would you put instead?
A box one, I guess.
Sure. What's the difference? At least for now. Anyway, copy this. Hi Andrew, no, it's not the time. Bye bye. Okay, so copy this. Okay, let's go down here. Okay, paste this here. But before we do this, we're gonna say, wait, why is insert on? Okay, here type RB dot velocity dot X, and we need it to be, it needs to be absolute. So mathf.abs. Yeah, close, open round, close this round, now space, divide, and here open a round bracket, and close it here, again, close it, semicolon. Okay, so this is the speed. Now look what we're doing. We're taking our current velocity.x, which should be capped to the maximum. This is the maximum, and we're dividing it by the maximum. So what happens if we take a number and divide it by its maximum? What do we get?
Then we get
Tick-tock.
how can we?
What do you mean, how can we?
We would go into floats.
We are in floats. This is a float. That's why you say set floats. What are you talking about? If we take a number and we divide it by the maximum possible amount. Suppose that you have 5 cakes and you take 1 cake out of 5 cake. And what happens if you divide 1 cake by 5 cake? What do you get?
You get
Dum 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 da da dum dum dum. What do you get? Percentage, banana. We've done it a million times. Partial divided by total. You don't remember?
Then you get
A percentage, yeah. What do you mean then you get? Then you get what?
20%.
Yes. 1 cake of 5 is 20%. In this case, we do not know what the velocity is, whatever it ends up being, right? But we're dividing it by its maximum. This means that at most, what is this value going to be? At most.
Well, what is it now?
I don't know. I don't know what the RB velocity is. At this moment, the game isn't even playing. What's the least possible velocity we can have?
0.
Right. What's the highest? We don't know. Let's call it A. Okay?
Okay.
What if we divide A by A? What do we get?
We get 0.
Eh?
1, I meant.
Better. Yes. Come on. You're making me embarrassed now. I'm teaching you math. You're supposed to know better. Okay, let's go. Animator dot. Now we need to change the direction. Animator dot. I'm thinking set float. Open round. Quote movement direction.
Oops.
CD will fix it. CTION colon quote. Put a capital M. Oh, another quote. I broke it. Comma. Space. Save. Okay, so for the direction, I think our problem is that our current facing rotation is going to be around to end clamp 01. Moving it. Okay, that should work. So just we CC current direction should work. So let's. Is this a float? No. Well, fine. Copy it. And here put a square round bracket float. close round bracket, paste. Round bracket again, closed, semicolon. No.
You said round.
I know, save. I know what I said, and I said it wrong.
Wait.
Yeah, because you hit Shift S instead of Control S. That's better. All right, so let's take a look at what happens here. So what we want to see is we want to start it idle. All compiler errors need to be fixed. I think we fixed them. No. Unity scene view show compiler. Okay, so it's Unity being a bit difficult. Give it a save. Now it's gonna go, dude, my compiler errors, and we're gonna go, oh sorry. Hit save. Alright. Now it's gonna wait for a bit. It's gonna compile, and we'll be okay. No, this is the previous thing. Should work. Yes, it does. Okay, so let's check it out. He's idling. I can't move. Can't move.
That isn't plugged in.
Because I have a turned off controller. Daddy, this is pretty embarrassing. Okay, let's try this. Uh-oh, he's not slowing down. He's not slowing down. He does, but very, very late. Okay, this is weird. Oh, so it looks... Ah, right. I think we got it wrong. So when he moves left, he's idling. So we sort of like... He's dead now. Bop. Okay, let me try this again just so I can understand. So
We should make him fall.
when he moves left, he idles. When he doesn't move at all, he does that. So let's do maximize. Okay. And there he is. So it's kind of hard to see now, but what I'm interested in seeing is Hans's this. So you see ground locomotion. Let's go inside it. Okay, and we can see that right now it's movement direction 0, which is correct, right? But movement direction and movement speed. So movement speed is kind of broken. So movement speed goes to 0, +1, which is infinity, and -1. So we broke something pretty bad in the movement speed. We need to go take a look. All right. So RB velocity x, there it is, the absolute value of it. Divided by CC movement input x. Let me see if, because Hans should have a none here as enemy type. Okay, that's good. So just here, we should get this value. So let's debug it. So copy all of this. And here type debug.log open or lod, open round, paste, close round, semicolon, save. Okay, so let's go take a look at what numbers we get from this. It's not maximizing, so that should be good. NA, now we get -33, positive, what? Wait a moment, what in the world? NA, 1, okay, 1, that's good. 1 makes sense. -1, that makes sense too. +1, -1. Okay, so that's working, right? No, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Oh, CC movement input. That's the problem. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to change this move absolute, mathf absolute. We're gonna remove this, and we're gonna absolute the entire result. Okay, so here remove this, the rest does itself. So this abs ends there at the end, so we need another round. Okay, save this. Let's see if this works. We're getting weird values that our machine doesn't know what to do with. So let's see if this works better. Yeah, so we're getting walking animations. Now for some reason we're staying in walking. Because the movement stays on infinity. I don't understand. So it's constantly set to infinity all the time. See there? I'm looking at that bit.
Yeah, I see it too.
Keeps on saying infinity. Okay, and now instead when I move it just a little bit, it's okay. When I don't move it at all, it gets infinity. When I move the stick, it's working now. So we should get, okay, let's zoom in a little bit because I can't see. I just want to see if at least the walking around works. The animation is correctly turning, though I don't like it at all. This one we need to do something better. His shoulders are like wrong. But this one is fine, right? The one to the right. The one to the left is kind of eh. So the animation direction is working, but we go to infinity, right? So if we walk and then slow down, it works, right?
What if we walk and stop immediately?
Yeah, we go to infinity somehow, which is a bit odd. Ah! Ah! Oh!
Yay! We should make an animation for him smashing his head into the ceiling.
Donk. Oh, no, I think it's kind of fun this way. Okay, so we need to do some fixes here. Something's going on with that infinity. So the only way for it to be infinity, of course, because I'm a foolish daddy. So why is it infinity? What would produce infinity? Something impossible. What's impossible? Well, irrational, not impossible. But anyway. What's impossible?
What do you mean by what's impossible?
Well, we have a division here. What division is impossible? There's only one.
Zero.
That's right. We're dividing by 0. So if we don't move the stick, what's CC movement input?
If we don't move the stick, then it's supposed to be 0.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Which is a problem because we can't divide by 0.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove CC movement because that's really, really silly. Speed times fixed delta time is perfectly fine. That's our maximum speed. So let's save. And now I think it will work. Haha! When things work, we like them. Look at him. Look at him. Hoi. Hoi. Hoi.
Can I see?
Hoi.
I might try.
Yeah, try. It doesn't change anything if you try it, but alright. So he's sort of like sliding.
He walks in the air though. And
yeah, sure. That's something we need to fix. We haven't done...
Hey, look, his mustache is normal.
No, it's weird. No, you're right. It's... Okay, well, I don't know why. I don't care. We're going to change its mustache and the way it behaves anyway.
Oh, look at that. Did you see what happened when I jumped on him?
No, what happened?
The face turned so that only the hair could see.
Yeah, I know. Because in the air, we are not using the same control.
See?
Yeah, I know. But that's because in the air, we're not using the same control. The animations in the air are totally wrong. Don't worry about it.
There's no animation in the air.
But there is. It's just that the one that triggers is not what we want. We want to jump, right, when we jump. So we'll worry about that in a moment. How much time do we have? We have a few minutes. We have 20 more minutes. So let's... so we've created this bit, and the character sort of works. It's not great, but it does work a little bit. What we should do now is stop playing.
Yes.
Yes. What we should do now is... Oh, smooth.
Let's make the jump animation.
Yeah. But there's also the walking left idle that is kind of not great. So
then we can fix that instead.
Wait, let me see the Hans idle. Oh, I broke everything.
The hands dropping in the bottle.
Okay, so that's him on this side. That's him on this side. I think that the idle is okay. The problem that we've got is the walk left. So walk left works like this. Yeah, we can't really see the chest very much, but we want the chest to be all pompous, like this. No, but it looks very, very similar. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening to walk left, that it looks weird. Because it looks okay here. Look at him waffling about. Okay, I'm confused now. I want to see here. So we're still getting these infinities, which is a bit odd. But no, we shouldn't be getting infinity anymore. So let's see here, right? Here we're in idle. Okay, let's go play. Now let's reverse it. So let's keep an eye on this and let's see if we can get it to work. Yeah, I'm picking up the controller that's not plugged in again. That's kind of
Let's
silly.
move the controller that's not plugged in back there.
Alright.
So that you
So
don't
let
pick
me
it up
see
again.
here. Okay, I see the problem. We're always walking right. Wait a moment. No, I don't see the problem because I'm not looking at the right thing. No. No, we are moving left now. It's working. We're moving right now. It's working. I wonder if this turnaround thing... I think the sun is sort of throwing me off. Let's see if we can find the directional light and change its Y rotation to 0. So now the light points directly forward. Let's see what we get. Oh, one thing we could do is could turn the light every time. Okay, let's see here. All right.
That's much better to see.
Yeah. Thought so.
And very bright.
Toink. Come here.
Ah!
I'm gonna kill Mr. Pinko.
You're gonna fail.
Yes. Doink. Alright. So this is working, so you want to do a jump animation, you say? I think you should have a very silly jump animation, a little bit like our Italian plumber does. Like Mario does.
He was like,
Yeah, so boink! Right? Okay, so maybe the walk animation will be good as a starting point. So
I think when he falls, he should kick his legs and flail his arms.
yeah, sure, we can do that.
It would be funny.
Bear in mind, we need to be careful not to make things too complicated, right? So, actually, I didn't want this. No, I'll do. So, put R here, put a capital R, and go Hans jump.
Ow.
Or jump mappa. Mappa! Underscore. Hit enter. How bad are you? She's bad. Okay.
I'm bad.
Yeah, it looks that way. Okay, select all. A, copy, Control C. No, I didn't ask you to paste, did I? Alright. Paste. I lock rot I said that. Do it again. I lock rot I didn't see. Wait, you press enter on the wrong thing. Alright. You can press enter all day, it's still wrong. Press B. Okay. So, now we need to figure out a way to make him jump. So, because he jumps using the thing, the only thing that matters to us is the motion. So we're gonna begin with a really, really, really low squat. Okay, so let's lower the spine. Okay, and let's shrink the leg. That should do. So hit S. Hit S. Rotate R. Okay, rotate R. Rotate R. Okay. Rotate R. Rotate R. Rotate R Z.
Wow.
Hit hold control. Release control. Rotate R Z. Rotate R. Look at him. He's getting ready to jump. Hit control. A.
Still with a smile
I-
on his face.
Lock Rotske. Okay, here we go. And now he's gonna jump like in 2 frames, like this. Okay, so now we're gonna hit Alt S here. Alt S. Yeah, Alt S. Okay. Now R to rotate. R to rotate. R to rotate. R to rotate. R to rotate.
Looks like he's doing ballet.
A little bit.
With his fat tummy touching his chin.
R to rotate. He's very graceful. R to rotate, Z.
Very, very graceful.
Okay, so R to rotate. R to rotate, Z.
It looks like he wants to go in the clouds.
R to rotate, Z. Okay, we need to be careful not to exaggerate here. Yeah, no, I think that this is actually kind of wrong. So go R to rotate, Z. Yeah, like this particular shoulder needs to be back, but this one, oh, this one will be forward. Okay, R to rotate, Z. R to rotate. R to rotate, Z. R to rotate, Y. R to rotate, Z. Look at him jump. He's so happy. R to rotate. R to rotate. Okay. A, I, lock rod scale. Okay. I'm kind of curious, so duplicate this, Shift D. Let's put it here. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Look at him. Ha! He springs up. Springs up into the air, happy as can be. Okay, so we're gonna take this one here and we're just gonna modify it a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna make him yeah, go to some kind of like air idle or something, right? So rotate with R. Yeah. Rotate with RZ. Okay. Hit Control. Rotate. 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 Wait, rotate. Rotate.
So much rotating.
Yeah, rotate. 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 Okay, I lock rod scale. Okay, let's see how this looks like. See? Okay, I think this is actually pretty good, right? We need to make him that, and then we need to make him land, right? So he's gonna need to land somehow. It's gonna be one of those that we trigger out of nothing, and then it exits into the
idle or the walk.
Yeah, into the ground locomotion, basically.
I think he should fall flat in his face. It will be funny.
Yeah, but then how does he run?
Yeah, he would have to jump back up and then keep running.
Yeah. Fwa, fwa.
Because it would be and then he would get up
Plop.
again.
Yeah.
And keep running.
Okay. I'm looking forward to making a dramatic animation for when he does. It's gonna be funny.
Oh.
There is another thing I want to change a little bit here. Hit R to rotate. I lock rod scale. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think this will probably work. And here he needs to like stay in this position for a while, so duplicate this again. Shift D. Actually, my bad. Duplicate this. Yeah, and now hit R to rotate. I lock rod scale. Let's see. Look at him jump. All right, and now save. Let's do a landing animation.
Oops,
You didn't
that wasn't
see,
save.
I can see that. How is this difficult? Control S. All right, so now let's add one. Rename this one to Hans Land R underscore R. Hit enter. F. Okay. Oh, careful. Don't lose this one. Okay, so land R. And this one could be good for landing already. So we could use this and then reverse to this. I think. Yeah. So press B. Shift delete. Okay. So the only thing I want to change is this one, hit G. Okay, B. G. Okay, there we go. And now let's change them a little bit. Rotate this. I. Lockrod scale. Rotate. I. Lockrod scale. Rotate Y. I. Lockrod scale. Rotate. Hold control. Rotate Z. Rotate. 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 Okay, so A, I, Lockrod scale. Let's see. Okay, that's good. So then it will transition from this position to the blend. This is a very, very, very quick animation, right? It's just for landing. It may be too quick. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So we've got these for now only on the right. That's okay. So hit save. Control S. Now let's go to our body Unity here. Let's go back to our buddy Hans. And he needs some animations. Let's add 2. This one here is going to be jump R. And this one here is going to be, whoops, my bad. It's going to be land R. Okay, so land R. Now the loop doesn't match, that's okay. We're gonna bake everything into the pose as usual. But these are not loopable animations, right? The jump can't loop. Okay, look at him, look at him. Look at him, so fabulous.
With no smile on his face, which changes quite a lot.
We'll change that, don't worry. Okay, so that's good. We've got these, that's fine. Now let's go back to our base layer here, okay? And we are going to create a state, okay? Make a transition from any state, and then make a transition to... No, we're gonna transition straight to ground locomotion. Well, actually not from this, but from something else. So let's make another, create a state empty right here. And from this state, we're going to go here. So this state we're gonna call land, right? So type land, hit enter. Now for now it's only one field, fine, but soon we're gonna have to create multiple ones.
Ouch.
So this one is land, okay? And this one is jump, capital J. The field here is going to be Hans jump. Okay, there it is. And
will we create a blend tree here too?
Yeah, later. For now we're gonna create a trigger for land and a trigger for jump.
And then we should stop because it's nearly time.
I know. So type jump with a capital J, hit enter. Type land with a capital L, hit enter. Okay, so we got the 2 triggers. So now jump here can use the trigger jump. Okay?
And hey, wait, you put it on land.
No, I put it on jump
But
here.
look,
Yeah, that doesn't count. Okay, now here from ground locomotion, we're gonna make it super short. It's gonna be a very, very quick transition. Look at him. That's I love it. He's Fabulous. Okay, now this one, instead, is gonna have land as a transition. Okay, and put it all the way here. Make it as small as possible. Again, the transition is gonna be very quick. And then this one simply exits. So look at him. Look how he turns his head. He's so fabulous. Well, I mean, the reason he's doing this is because right now we don't have left animations, but I do quite like this little head motion. It's very, very cool. I like it. All right. So now we can test this, but first we need to obviously code it, right? Mm-hmm. So whenever we jump, that's easy, right? So hit Control-MO to reduce everything. Find the jump. There it is. Can bounce, can jump, bouncing, doesn't matter. All of these, we're immediately going to call that. Air jump, we may have a different animation. We will see. Okay, so for now we'll call it there. All right. So if grounded and or bouncing, then this. Else not that. Okay, so if can jump, that's all that matters to us for now. So here we're gonna say animator. There it is. Dot set trigger. Trigger. There it is. Open around, quote, jump. Close quote. For those who don't know, Zoe is doing all of the typing. Save. Zoe is 8. Set trigger, jump. Okay, copy all of this. So now we need to check when we land from a jump. I don't know that we have anything that does that for us. So check grounded here, and we're gonna say ground raise blah, 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 and we're gonna say grounded is true, and here we need to say do if not grounded, exclamation mark grounded, close round, open squiggly, enter, close squiggly, and here you go, animator, set trigger, and this one is land. Yeah, save. Now, this one only works for a type of enemy, so here you go, case. No, actually, no, let's leave it alone. Save. Okay. Ready? Now we may get a couple of errors. Hey, that's not bad. Look at him.
But we can't see his head.
I know. That's because he's only jumping to the right. Right? To the right, he's fine. See? Let's do double jump. Ready? We need to make that sound. Look at him when he bounces.
We should make this.
Oh, poopies, I'm dead.
And
Blop.
walking while dying.
Well, we still need to make a dying animation, but this works surprisingly well at the moment. I love it. Boink, boink.
Bye, Hans.
I'm dead. One more time. Look at him lying down. When he falls down. I fell right between them. It's a dead.
Insta-dead.
Poor foie.
Poor swallow.
Hello. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Hua! Hua! Hua!
It's making very manly voices.
Oh, I died while jumping.
Can I try?
Yeah, you can. Here you go. I quite like him. He's funny. He's dead! Look at him. Ow. He needs to make really manly sounds, I think. Something like that. I think we'll record your voice. It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be hysterical. A dude with mustache having your voice. It's going to be brilliant. Dong.
Ow.
Yeah, so this jump animation is actually quite funny. All right, so I think we're done for today.
Yeah, I won. Yeah,
we're done for today. We're gonna stick around for a bit of Q&A after this, if anybody has any questions. But this concludes our show that goes on YouTube, and so we will see you again next time. We'll keep on working on Hans's animation. Thanks very much for watching, and
we'll see you again next time.
Bye bye.